हेलो 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 हाँ you can start come to sum number 24 page number 51 Neha Sanjana online okay Prantik read the sum hmm 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 okay next okay hmm hmm so what is this question about? What the company is issuing to its shareholders? Bonus. So today we'll discuss about bonus. So bonus can be given by the company only out of this free reserves. Look at here, free reserves. If the company is not having free reserves, then it cannot distribute bonus. Okay, so what are the free reserves? General reserve, you know, yes. P&L credit balance, yes, you know. Securities premium account, you know, yes. But here securities premium received in cash only. So what is the difference? When the company is issuing to the public, public will pay the application money, allotment money, and all the call money, yes or no? That is called received in cash. Suppose when the company is buying an asset and issuing shares, understanding? In return, the company is not getting any cash, you should not utilize that securities premium. This is as per SEBI Act. Okay. Then this capital reserve realized in cash. Same example. Okay. Capital reserve should be realized in cash. What you should not use is revaluation reserve for paying bonus. Make a note down all this. Okay. These are all the free reserves. What is this CRR? Capital Redemption Reserve. I'll explain about the CRR later on. Okay. CRR, Capital Redemption Reserve. Clear till now? Now what are the journal entries? Journal entries will be, first, how much bonus is issued. You have to calculate the bonus. First, tell me how many number of shares are existing in the company? 60,000. In rupees? 10 rupees. So 6 lakhs. Okay. What is the bonus issue? Tell me the ratio. 1:4. You can say for every 4 shares held, bonus is given as 1 share. Yes. So 60,000 divided by 4, 15,000. So bonus issue, how many shares? 15,000 shares. Very good. 15,000 shares in number, in rupees, 1,50,000. Yes or no? So the bonus has to be given to equity shareholders. Yes or no? To bonus on equity shareholders. To bonus on equity share capital. What is the amount? 1,50,000. Yes or no? Here, how 15,000? 60,000 divided by 4 into 1. Clear? 15,000 is the bonus, 1,50,000 rupees into 10 rupees. Clear till now? This is the credit entry. 2 bonus on equity shareholders. What will be debited? All these free reserves. Okay? All these free reserves. Because bonus has to be issued only out of free reserves. Free reserves. Okay? Free reserves. Now, in the question, what are all the free reserves? What are not free reserves? You have to identify. Okay. CRR is the free reserve. Okay. Very good. Plant revaluation reserve. This is not a free reserve. So you should not use this balance. Securities premium account. This is a free reserve. General reserve. This is a free reserve. P&L account balance. This is a free reserve. Capital reserve including 37,500 being profit on sale of machinery, 1,12,500. See here, capital reserve. Out of 1,12,500, how much is the capital reserve realized in cash? Total capital reserve कितना है ट्रायल बैलेंस में? 1,12,500. Yes or no? Out of this, they mentioned that 37,500 has been received from sale of machinery. Yes or no? So when someone is selling, I mean when the company is selling the machine, it will realize in cash or not? Yes or no? Cash. So this 37,500 is only the cash part. Rest is not cash part. You have to assume. Okay. So capital reserve realized in cash how much? 37,500. So you have to utilize 37,500 only. Okay. Required to pass necessary journal entries, but they are asking you to check the second line. It is desired that there should be minimum reduction in free reserves. Minimum reduction. समझ गया? Minimum reduction in free reserves. So first tell me what is the CRR amount? CRR 45,000. Next, plant revaluation reserve should not use, huh? Okay. Securities premium कितना है? Securities premium 50 to 500. देखो 90,000 ये 1,50,000 reach हुआ नहीं. Yes or no? Now I am not going to general reserve directly or P&L directly because I have capital reserve realized in cash. Okay. Minimum reduction in free reserves. Out of the free reserves, these two are very, very important reserves. Look here. General reserve and P&L balance. Okay. These are the main free reserves. So company generally does not use these reserves. Why? I'm telling you. CRR. What is the CRR? Capital Redemption Reserve. Capital Redemption Reserve is created only to issue bonus shares. Okay. Suppose this case is bonus issue. If you are not using CRR and going to general reserve, okay, then CRR remains as it is. Yes or no? Future में कुछ पैसा, if you want to use for something else, you cannot use this CRR amount. But this general reserve and P&L balance you can use for anything. But this CRR, securities premium, this capital reserve realized in cash, they have certain restrictions. Understanding? These three reserves have restrictions, but these two reserves, general reserve and P&L balance, they don't have any restrictions. Okay, they can be used for anything. Okay, so these are variable reserves. Company does not use these reserves unless otherwise required. Understanding? Now we are issuing bonus, so use this CRR. Okay, because CRR we cannot use for some other purpose. In that place we can use P&L balance, yes or no? Okay, so use this reserves first, then only at last come to general reserve and P&L. Understanding? Huh? Now capital reserve. How much is the capital reserve realized in cash? 37,500. Tell me what is the amount left? Calculate this total. 45, 50 to 500, 37,500. How much is the amount? Use calculator. 1,35,000 till now. Huh? So what is left? 15,000 is left. Yes or no? So 15,000 used from general reserve. $15,000. I'm writing here balancing figure. ठीक है? Check the entry. Capital reserve 37,500, CRR 45,000, securities premium 50 to 500, 15,000 general reserve. In place of general reserve, you can use P&L also, but I would say P&L is you should use at last. Second last is general reserve. Okay, because these both are special free reserves, which you can use for anything else. CRR you have to use for bonus issue only. Securities premium, you have certain restrictions. I'll tell you what is the restrictions. Come to page number 13. Come to page number 13. 13. Page number 13. Section 52 of Companies Act gives the purposes for which share premium account may be applied. Can you see this line? What are all the purposes? For issue of fully paid bonus shares. This is the first purpose. Writing of preliminary expenses, second purpose. Writing of expenses of commission paid, discount allowed on issue of any shares. Issue करने के समय discount में issue करते हैं? Yes or no? Shares और debentures? वो जो discount है उसको हम utilize कर सकते हैं. Yes or no? Fourth one, premium payable on redemption. Last one, purchase of its own shares, which is called buyback of shares. You have to use this securities premium only for these 5 purposes. You can receive this, you can get this question for 4 marks also. Very, very important question. Section 52 of Companies Act. Securities premium, for what purposes you can apply. Okay, mark this question. Okay, page number 13, securities premium, for what purposes you can utilize. This is very important question. You may get it for 4 or 5 marks or 7 marks also. Okay, understanding? So these 3 reserves has separate purpose only, fixed purpose. These are very free. Okay, so you have to utilize this at the last. Understanding? This is the entry, first entry. Indirectly I am passing this as due entry. What is this entry? Due entry. Bonus is payable to the shareholders. Understanding? Reserves is generally credit balance, yes or no? If I am utilizing it, I have to debit it. So that's why I am debiting the reserves account. Understanding? Reserve is generally credit balance. You will see on the liability side, yes or no? Liability side is nothing but credit balance. When you are utilizing the reserve, you have to debit. Clear with the debit part? Credit is due, payable. Bonus payable to equity shareholders. Okay? Now when I am actually paying the bonus, what is the entry? Check the entry. Bonus on equity share capital to equity share capital. Here you are actually allotting the shares. How many number of shares? 15,000. 15,000 into 10. 1,50,000. 1,50,000. Okay. $1,50,000. Clear? Bonus on equity shareholder, bonus on equity share capital, bonus on equity debit credit nullify हो गया and directly reserves to equity share capital. Understanding? Here shares are allotted and the bonus shares are given to the existing shareholders. That's why equity share capital is credited. This equity share capital goes to liability side in the share capital section. Understanding? Very simple entry. Clear? You can see the notes in the sum. Plant revaluation reserve cannot be utilized for the bonus because it is a revaluation reserve. Why you should not use it, sir? You have set this reserve aside for revaluation purpose. This is not a free reserve. That is a specific reserve. So you should not utilize for bonus. Clear? Clear with the entry? I'm taking a pause. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Any doubts, Prantik? एडजस्टमेंट मतलब हाँ, it can be anything. Suppose in the 14 marks or 7 marks sum, they can give anything: issue of shares for feature, issue of shares bonus, issue of shares rights issue of shares ESOP, anything is possible. Okay, they can ask you the question for anything, from any topic. Any doubt, Prantik? हाँ हाँ हाँ, ये जो क्रेडिट है ड्यू एंट्री, समथिंग इज पेएबल टू एज बोनस, यस और नो. दिस इज अ टेम्पररी अकाउंट, बोनस अकाउंट. You credit this as the bonus is payable. Something is payable is a liability, yes or no? So I am crediting this bonus account because bonus is payable. This is the due entry. Due. I am writing in my books that something is due. So that's why I am creating this. Why I am creating this? Because this is a liability. This is payable. Understanding? So that's why I have created this bonus temporary account. Okay. Next entry will be one upon issue of issue of this bonus shares. After share bonus allotment, I'll pass this entry. I'll cancel this and I'll credit equity share capital. Directly you can write 2 equity share capital, no issue. Understood? When you are issuing shares, you will credit equity share capital, yes or no? This is just a temporary account. Bonus on equity shareholders. Yeah, bonus to shareholders. You can take anything. Okay, clear with this entry? Ha. Come to next sum number 28. Why I have debited here the reserves? Because I am not receiving any cash. Yes or no? Suppose if I receive cash account debit to equity share capital, yes or no? I am not receiving any cash because bonus issue is at free of cost. Yes or no? Nothing comes into my organization. Instead, my reserves will get reduced. Yes or no? So instead of bank account, I am debiting the reserves account. Understood na? Clear? Ha. Next entry. Kashyap, read the sum. Illustration 28. 28. This is regarding sweat equity shares. Sweet nahi, sweat. Sweat equity shares. Okay. Generally, what are sweat equity shares? We have discussed in the first class. Or employees, yeah. Employees or directors. Organization feels that these directors or employees are an asset to the company because they are brilliant, they are knowledgeable persons. Okay. So what they'll do, they'll issue shares to them. Yes. Shares at less than market price. Okay. Then only directors will take. Otherwise, they'll get shares from market also. Yes or no? So the difference between that market price and the issue price, they'll get benefited. Understanding? Say for example, face value is 100 rupees, market value is 200, company should issue less than 200 for these employees or directors, then only they will take the sweat equity shares. Yes or no? In the first question, how many shares are being allotted? 500 at a discount of 6 rupees. So at what price they are allotted? 94. Very good. 94 is the price. Yes or no? So they'll receive in in cash, they'll receive 94 rupees. Yes or no? 94 into 500. Okay? Okay? I'm crediting equity share capital for 10 whole face value. 500 into here rupees. Okay. 500 into 100 rupees. कितना है? कितना? 50,000 है क्या? 50,000. Okay. 50,000. I am receiving in cash how much? 40? 47,000. Sir, balance what is this 3,000? Which is equal to 500 shares into rupees 6. This is discount, yes or no? You should not debit discount account, but you should debit intellectual properties account. Sir, what is this intellectual property? This is an asset. I mean, particular employee or director is an asset, yes or no? So that intellectual property they have sold to the company indirectly. That is an asset, intellectual property. Okay? That's why you have to debit intellectual property account. Intellectual property. This account is similar to employee compensation account, any name, by any name. Okay? Instead of discount account, I am debiting intellectual property account because the employees or directors have given their sweat, spared their sweat to the company. So in return, what I am getting some benefit. Company is getting some benefit, or you call it as asset, which can be named as intellectual property. This is an asset. Okay. It goes to balance sheet asset side. Understood? I am getting in bank, I mean cash I am getting 47,000. I am issuing 500 shares. Yes. I am issuing it 6% discount. So indirectly I am getting in cash 94 rupees from them. 47,000, 50,000 I have to allot the shares, yes or no? Balance 3,000 goes to intellectual property account. Understood? Why I am not debiting discount account? Because these are sweat equity issue. Understanding? Sweat equity issue. Instead of discount account, you should debit intellectual property account. Clear? Similarly, second entry. What is the second entry? 800 sweat equity shares allotted at par. Par matlab you will receive in consideration of technical know-how. So they are not receiving any cash. Okay. Technical know-how account debit to equity share capital. They are not receiving any cash. Instead, they are receiving total amount in the form of technical know-how. How much? 800 into 100 rupees. Total 80,000. Huh? In case of sweat equity shares, you have to debit these accounts. Remember. Intellectual property account, because they have nothing, they did not specify anything, so I am debiting this account. But in the second part, they have specifically mentioned technical know-how. So that's why I am debiting technical know-how account debit to equity share capital account. Understood? Yes, intangible asset. Not tangible, it is an intangible asset. Because when an employee is talented, when you compare with the normal person and a talented person contributes more to the organization. Yes or no? More to the organization in any other form. This normal person, what the work is dedicated to him, he will do only that work. But the talented person, he does some extra work. Understanding? That extra work can be defined in terms of this intellectual property. Company is getting the benefit indirectly. Understanding? So we will debit this account in the form while issuing sweat equity shares. Understanding? You cannot directly write intellectual property account debit to that particular employee account. You cannot write, because while issuing the shares only, you have to recognize this asset. Understanding na? In normal day-to-day transaction, you should not record this entry. This person is contributing extra. Today, this person has contributed extra to the organization. I'll write intellectual property account debit to this particular person account. No. While issuing sweat equity only, we are giving the we are recording this benefit in our books. Understanding na? Ha. This is sweat equity shares. Okay. Clear till now? Any doubts? Any doubts? No? No? Ha. Next, come to sum number 29. ESOP. ESOP. Please pay attention. This sum is very थोड़ा logical sum है. ठीक है? Please pay attention. I'll explain the concept first. What is this ESOP? ESOP. Anyone from online? Neha or Sanjana? What is this ESOP? You can just try. There is no harm. Sanjana, Neha, are you there? They are not responding. Anyone here? ESOP? Okay. Not asset. First of all, allotted to whom? What is this full form? Employee stock option plan. Okay. Employee stock option plan. Employees include directors, employees, all other people. Okay. Basically, human resource of the company. Okay. So, what is the difference between this sweat equity and ESOP? What is this vesting period? What is this vesting period basically? You have studied this, or you came across this concept earlier? कहाँ पे? कौन सा सब्जेक्ट में? लॉ में. अच्छा, वेरी गुड. लॉ में also you have this concept ना? Okay. Basically in sweat equity there is no condition, but in ESOP there is a condition. Employee has to satisfy certain conditions. Understanding? Say for example, sweat equity shares, if the company is satisfied that this employee or director is performing well, they'll issue the shares directly. Suppose they are satisfied today, tomorrow they can give the sweat equity shares. But in case of ESOP, that is not the case. What they'll do, they'll give us certain conditions. Say for example, from today you have to be in this company only for 4 more years. After that 4 years only you will get these shares. Understanding? Whatever the price may be after 4 years, you will get these shares. So there is a condition involved here in ESOP. That condition is called vesting period. Okay. The period, this 4 years example, the period in which the employee has to satisfy certain conditions, okay, which the company may have told to the particular employee. Okay. This period is called vesting period. Okay. Understood? Understood the difference between sweat equity and ESOP? Clear? Now read the sum. Kashyap, read the sum. Granted option when? 1st April 1st April 2019. Yes. Okay. हाँ हाँ, ऑप्शन कैसे दे रहा है? 50 रुपीज पर शेयर. Market value will definitely be more than 50. Yes or no? If it is more than, if it is less than 50, then definitely they'll purchase from the market. Yes or no? Understood? हाँ. वो 100 नहीं है एक्चुअली, 150 कर लो उसको. वो प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक है, 150 कर लो उसको. दिस इज नॉट 100, 150. प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक, 150. Okay. So face value how much? 10 rupees. Issue price how much? Issue price how much? No, issue price 50. Very good, Prantik. Prantik, very good. 50. What is the market price? 150. Understanding the difference, huh? Issue price. Okay. हाँ. Next. हाँ, 1 year. 1 year is the exercise period. Vesting period how many years? 2 years. So this is 1 year, this is 2nd year, this is 3rd year. Okay. 1 year, 2 year. Vesting period, exercise period always starts after the vesting period. First the employee has to satisfy the condition, then only he will get the option to exercise. Exercise in the sense, avail his right of buying the option. Understanding? So although they have given the exercise period first, always vesting period starts first. Vesting period is for how many years? 2 years. So till here. Understanding? Till here it is vesting period. From here exercise period starts. Exercise period how much time? 1 year. So 1 year. Till here it is the exercise period. Understanding? Sir, what is this date basically? This is called grant period or grant date. ESOP grant date. Grant. They have granted ESOP on this date. From here, first, what is the calendar? I mean the financial year till here, 31st March 20. Yes or no? 1 year. Here, 31st March 21. Yes or no? Here, 31st March 22. अंडरस्टूड ना? ये डायग्राम ले लो, बुक में डायग्राम ले लो. Vesting period is that in these 2 years he has to satisfy certain conditions. Then only he will get the ESOP option. समझ गया? This is in these 2 years. Suppose the company might have told in these 2 years you should work in the same company. After these 2 years only he will get the option to exercise the option, that ESOP option. समझ गया? So that's why this 2 years is called vesting period. Period in which the employee has to satisfy certain conditions. That is called vesting period. This 2 years is called vesting period. Okay, 2 years. 2 years vesting period. 1 year exercise period. Understood? Hmm. 30th June. जर्नल करना है अभी, ठीक है। Taken this diagram, yeah. This is the first year, second year, okay. First year starting from 1/4/2019, ending with 31st March 2020, and then starting from 1/4/2020 you can say, and ending with 31st March 2021. So 1/4/2019 से 31st March 2021 vesting period है पूरा, okay, 2 years. After 1/4/2021 से 31st March 2022 तक एक्सरसाइज पीरियड है 1 year का, समझ गया? टोटल 3 years, ओके, अंडरस्टूड? वेस्ट एक्सरसाइज पीरियड स्टार्ट्स ओनली आफ्टर द वेस्टिंग पीरियड, यू शुड नोट दिस पॉइंट, क्लियर? हाँ, नाउ कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है? व्हाट इज द इश्यू प्राइस? 50, यस और नो? व्हाट इज द इश्यू प्राइस? 50. Market price is how much? 150, okay, 150. So the company is indirectly bearing loss of how much rupees? Company is indirectly bearing the loss of how much rupees? 100 rupees. Sir, how much? Why company is bearing the loss? Yes, obviously because companies shares are trading at 150 rupees. Now company is issuing the shares at 50 rupees. So 100 rupees it has to take from his pocket, yes or no? Understanding, na? So this 100 rupees on how many options? Check how many options? 2000 options were issued. Starting में कितना options issue किया है? 2000 into 100 rupees कितना है? 2000 into 100 rupees. 2000 into 10 होने से 20,000, 100 होने से 2 lakhs. Yes or no? 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs loss है कंपनी का. Yes or no? Yeah. 2 lakhs loss is for how many years? वेस्टिंग पीरियड का कितना पीरियड है? 2 years का है. Yes or no? After the vesting period, immediately these options are executed. Here it is a certain loss. Certain loss in the sense, actual loss कब होगा? After 1/4/2021. Yes or no? Because they'll exercise the options and actual loss will get incurred. But what is the Companies Act is telling? You know that certain loss is going to occur in the future. Yes or no? How much loss? 2 lakhs. So that loss you have to book in the vesting period proportionately. Understanding? You know this loss, conservatism concept. What is conservatism or prudence? Account for all possible losses but not for income or gains. So if you know that there is loss in the future, account it right away in this accounting year. But if you know that certain income is coming in the future, don't account for it. Understanding? Conservatism. So 2 lakhs. Yes. Per year how much? 1 lakh. So see the first entry. ESOP expenses account debit. What is the entry? ESOP expenses account debit. This is an expense. This is an expense. Okay. As per nominal account principle, debit all expenses, credit all incomes and gains. So expense I have debited. Now I am crediting one temporary account, ESOP outstanding account. What is this account? ESOP outstanding account. Clear? This is the entry, ESOP outstanding account. This is a temporary account. This is an expense account. This is a temporary account. Sir, why I am telling temporary? This account is credited now, later on it will be debited. Understanding na? Why I am crediting this indirectly? I am writing that certain amount is payable in the future. Nothing but due entry. Understanding? Due entry. For how much amount? 1 lakh. Clear till now? Clear till now? Calculation I am writing here. See carefully. 150 rupees is the market price minus 50 rupees is the issue price. Yes. 100 rupees is the total loss. 100 rupees into how many options? 2000 options. Yes. This total loss is for how many years? 2 years. In the current year, how much loss you should recognize? Half. Indirectly 1 year into 1. Check the calculation here. 2 lakhs. Yes. Divided by 2 is 1 lakh. Into 1 is 1 lakh. Clear? Understood? Understood? 1 lakh. Clear? This is the first year. First year in the sense when? 31st March 2020. In the year end you have to pass the entry. Yes or no? 31st March 2020. So go to 31st March 2020. Here date is 31st March 2020. Clear with the first entry? Okay. In that, this is expense, yes or no? It goes to P&L account. So P&L account will be debited to ESOP expenses account. How much? 1 lakh. 1 lakh. Clear? This is the first year, 31st March 20. Clear? Clear? First part clear, first year का clear. Now second year कब entry pass करेंगे? 31st March 2021. 31st March 2021 में जाइए. लेकिन 31st March 2021 के जाने के पहले एक ट्रांजैक्शन हुआ है. कब? 1st April 2020 में ही. समझ गए इधर ही. नेक्स्ट डे क्या हुआ? कुछ ट्रांजैक्शन हुआ. क्या हुआ था एक बार पढ़ लो वो. On 1/4/2020 600 unvested options were lapsed. Unvested. Sir, vesting is nothing but you have to satisfy certain conditions. Unvesting is nothing but they did not satisfy. Say for example, in these 2 years, the company asked certain employees to stay in the organization. But 600 shareholders, assume 2000 shareholders, say 600 shareholders left the company. If they leave the company, then their options are lapsed, obviously. Yes or no? So 31st March 2021 में जब मैं देख रहा हूं out of 2000 exactly कितना shareholders है? 2000 minus 600 कितना shareholders है? 1400 ही है. तो 1400 शेयर्स में एक्चुअली लॉस कितना है वो देखना पड़ेगा. तो इसको रिवाइज करो. ये जो कैलकुलेशन है रिवाइज करो. 100 लॉस इंटू 1400. यस और नो? एक्चुअली 1400 ऑप्शन ही है ना. 600 चले गया तो एक्चुअल लॉस कितना होगा? 1,40,000. वेरी गुड. जो ये 2 साल में डिवाइड होना चाहिए. यस और नो? पर साल कितना होगा? 70,000 होना चाहिए. लेकिन ऑलरेडी हमने लास्ट ईयर कितना ले लिया एक्सपेंस? 1 लाख. 1 लाख तो 30,000 एक्स्ट्रा ले लिया. यस और नो? अभी वो 30,000 रिड्यूस कर लो. समझ गया? समझ गया? अभी इस साल में कितना लेना है? एक्चुअली पर एनम कितना होगा? 70,000 होगा. यस और नो? बट एक्चुअली हमने लास्ट ईयर 1 लाख ले लिया. लास्ट ईयर कितना ज्यादा ले लिया? 30,000. तो इस साल में 30,000 कम ले लो. इस साल में कितना होगा? 40,000. वेरी गुड. सेकंड एंट्री. सी द सेकंड एंट्री. 31st March 2021. ESOP expenses account debit to ESOP outstanding. कितना? 40,000. 40,000. ठीक है. टोटल 2 साल में कितना लॉस रिकॉग्नाइज होना है? लॉस, टोटल लॉस कितना है? Not 2 lakhs. On 31st March 2022. Here how much total loss? How many options were existing? 1400, not 2000. Here it is 2000, but in here it is how much? 1400. So total loss how much? 1400 options into 100 rupees loss. Total loss how much? 1,40,000. Yes or no? So first year में 1 lakh ले लिया, फर्स्ट ईयर में 1 लाख ले लिया, सेकंड ईयर में 40,000 ले लिया, टोटल 1,40,000. ठीक है, समझ गया? समझ गया ना? हाँ, इसलिए हमने सेकंड एंट्री में 40,000 ले लिया. अंडरस्टूड? यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इन एनी वे, 2 ways. ओके, सेकंड एंट्री, व्हाट इज द सेकंड एंट्री? P&L account debit to ESOP expenses account. ये अकाउंट को हम ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं P&L में. दैट्स इट. क्लियर? क्लियर टिल नाउ? एनी डाउट्स? इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स यू कैन आस्क मी. Any doubts till now? You should understand this diagram first. If you don't understand this diagram, you cannot pass the exact entries for the exact amount. Understanding na? हाँ. First year हो गया, second year हो गया, third year. Okay? Kashyap, look here. 31st March 2021, 31st March 2022. इसके बीच में कुछ ट्रांजैक्शन हुआ है क्या? कब? 13 जून को क्या हुआ? 1200 ऑप्शंस वेर एक्सरसाइज्ड. मतलब जो एक्सरसाइज पीरियड इधर से वेस्टिंग हो गया, मतलब दे हैव ऑलरेडी सेटिस्फाइड द कंडीशंस. नाउ देयर राइट इज टू एक्सरसाइज द ऑप्शन. मतलब आई विल टेक योर शेयर्स, आई विल टेक दिस शेयर्स. ओके, हाउ मेनी शेयर होल्डर्स केम फॉरवर्ड दैट दे विल टेक द शेयर्स? इनडायरेक्टली हाउ मेनी शेयर होल्डर्स satisfy the conditions? That's what? 1200. See here, 1200 exercise the shares indirectly, nothing but they have to pass this hurdle first, vesting period ka, then they have to come into this third year, then they have to exercise. So 1200 people have exercised. Okay, 1200 people were exercised. Now loss कितना होगा? 200 और लैप्स हो जाएगा. yes or no? till now how much was the, till here how much? 1400. actually exercised how much? 1200. बाकी 200 लैप्स हो जाएगा. yes or no? so 1200 का ही हम लॉस रिकॉग्नाइज करना पड़ेगा. yes or no? so 1200 का लॉस कितना है? 1200 ऑप्शंस का लॉस कितना है? 1,20,000. वेरी गुड. टिल नाउ हमने कितना डेबिट किया P&L में? 1,40,000. कितना ज्यादा किया है, कम किया? ज्यादा किया. कितना ज्यादा किया था? 20,000. so the 20,000 you have to reverse in the third year. see the last entry there, employee stock option outstanding to general reserve. सर वही जनरल रिजर्व कर रहा है, टू P&L भी कर सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. अल्टीमेटली P&L बैलेंस को लेके जाके जनरल रिजर्व में डाल देते हैं. यस और नो? यस. सो इनडायरेक्टली यू कैन राइट दिस एंट्री. 31 मार्च 2022 में मैं बोल रहा हूँ, ईसॉप अकाउंट डेबिट टू P&L अकाउंट भी बोल सकते हैं और जनरल रिजर्व भी बोल सकते हैं। समझ गए? Check here, when you are debiting ESOP expenses, this ESOP expense indirectly goes to which account? P&L account. Kashyap, look here. ESOP expense debit कर रहा है, indirectly going to which account? P&L account. So now you have to reverse. Earlier P&L debited, now P&L credit. For how much amount? 20,000. This 20,000. This is ESOP outstanding account, 20,000. Clear? Last entry clear? Now exercise का entry. Exercise कब हुआ? 30 June 21 में. Exercise is nothing but company is issuing shares to the employees who have satisfied the conditions. Yes or no? So कितना shares का satisfy किया है? कितना शेयर्स का सेटिस्फाई किया है? टू इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल कितना है? 1200 इंटू 10 रुपीज. इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल इज क्रेडिटेड ऑलवेज विद द फेस वैल्यू ओनली. यस, कितना? 12,000. यस और नो? यस और नो? क्लियर? टू सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम. सर वाई सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम? Here I am writing 2 securities premium. Sir, face value is how much? Face value how much? Huh? Face value is 10 rupees. Issue price is how much? 50 rupees. Yes or no? 50 rupees. 50 rupees. Bank account debit. Bank account debit. I'll take this in the next page. 30th June 21. बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट कितना पैसा आ रहा है उनसे? 1200 रुपीज. 1200 ऑप्शंस इंटू 50 रुपीज ना? कितना आ रहा है? 50 रुपीज ना? एक्सरसाइज इश्यू प्राइस कितना है? 50 रुपीज. यस और नो? टू ESOP आउटस्टैंडिंग अकाउंट 1200 इंटू 50 रुपीज. टोटल अमाउंट कितना है देखो? 60,000. This is the first entry on 30th June. You should not credit equity share capital directly here. Okay. Okay. Why? Because you have a temporary account ESOP outstanding. Yes or no? Yes or no? That temporary account should tally ultimately. It should become zero at last. Understanding? Okay. Till now, how much was ESOP credited? Tell me the total. ESOP credit कितना हुआ total? 1 lakh credit, 1,40,000 credit, 60 credit, 2 lakh credit. हाँ, 2 लाख क्रेडिट हुआ था. इस एंट्री में कितना हुआ है? इस एंट्री में डेबिट कितना हुआ है? 20. इधर देखो, इस एंट्री में डेबिट कितना हुआ है? 20. 2 lakhs minus 20, 1,80,000. So the next entry here will be ESOP debit. ESOP outstanding account debit 1,80,000. समझ गया? टू इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल कितना होगा? 1200 इंटू 10 रुपीज. कितना है? हाँ, 12,000. Any doubt still now? Any doubt still now? 2 securities premium. $1,200 into 150 minus 50. 150 minus 10 rupees. 150 minus 10 rupees. Sir, why I am writing 10 here? 10 rupees face value share, indirectly company is issuing at what? 150 rupees. Sir, company is issuing at 50 rupees only. Why you are taking 150 rupees? Because 100 rupees loss indirectly company has paid via ESOP expenses account. Yes or no? ESOP expenses total debit कितना हुआ? P&L में? Total P&L में debit कितना हुआ देखो? 1 lakh, 1,40,000 minus 1,40,000 minus no 1,40,000 डेबिट हुआ, फिर जनरल रिजर्व में 20 गया था ना, 1,20,000 गया है कि नहीं? 1,20,000 गया कि नहीं? यस, 1,20,000 ऑलरेडी एक्सपेंस ले लिया, समझ गया? 1,20,000 is already is an expense, so that is also you should treat it as issued at premium here. Understanding? What is the amount? Tell me. 140 into 1,200. 1,68,000. 1,68,000, 12,000 total मिला के 1,80,000. ESOP outstanding account gone. Okay, ESOP outstanding account gone. Net effect मैं बता रहा हूँ. P&L को डेबिट कितना हुआ? P&L डेबिट 1,20,000 हुआ है. 1 lakh plus 40 minus 20 जनरल रिजर्व में जो क्रेडिट किया है, इनडायरेक्टली P&L को क्रेडिट किया है. यस, तो टोटल 1,20,000 क्रेडिट हुआ है. यस और नो? तो टोटल P&L अकाउंट में डेबिट 1,20,000 होगा. टिल नाउ क्लियर? इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल क्रेडिट कितना हुआ? इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल क्रेडिट 12,000 हियर. हाँ, बैंक अकाउंट में डेबिट कितना हुआ? बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट कितना हुआ? 60,000. बाकी क्रेडिट कहाँ गया था? बाकी क्रेडिट सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम. सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम क्रेडिट कितना है? 1,68,000. देखो 1,80,000, 1,80,000 डेबिट 1,80,000, क्रेडिट 1,80,000. अंडरस्टैंडिंग है? इनडायरेक्टली देखो, बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट, P&L एक्सपेंस. एक्सपेंस क्यों? 10 रुपीज का फेस वैल्यू का शेयर इनडायरेक्टली कितना दे रहा है? 150 में इश्यू कर रहा है. यस और नो? P&L लॉस नहीं, यू शुड कॉल इट एज एम्प्लॉय कॉम्पनसेशन एक्सपेंस. एम्प्लॉय कॉम्पनसेशन के नाम पे कितना खर्चा किया? 1,20,000. टोटल 1,80,000 डेबिट. क्रेडिट शेयर इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल में कितना जाएगा? 12,000. नेट बैलेंस अमाउंट शेयर प्रीमियम. कैसे है सर? 10 रुपीज का फेस वैल्यू जो शेयर है, मैं 150 की मैं इश्यू कर रहा हूँ. दिस इज द नेट इफेक्ट. अंडरस्टैंडिंग? दिस इज द नेट इफेक्ट. Very complicated to understand, but if you follow the logic, it's very easy. Understood? Not total. This is the net effect. ESOP outstanding account gets 0. Net effect is this. Bank account, you are receiving only how much amount? 50 rupees. 50 rupees into 1,200 options. Okay? This is the total loss on 1,200 options. This is the total loss. Okay? शेयर कैपिटल क्रेडिट कितना है 1200 इंटू 10 रुपीज. सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम क्रेडिट कितना है 1200 इंटू 140 रुपीज. क्लियर? क्लियर ना? Very complicated sum. Try again once at home. Okay, this is ESOP. We will discuss ESPP and buyback tomorrow. Okay, any doubts? If you have any doubts, I'll explain. No? Okay.